Okay, I swear, this morning, I turn on my computer, and I turn on my usual programs, and every single time I try to open a new browser tab, my computer goes, "Ugh." And then I try to open Twitter. Well, I try to open YouTube so I can get the link to grab and put on Twitter and Discord and Blue Sky, and my computer goes, "Ugh." And I'm like, please, I need to go live for the eggplants. I'm already like 10 minutes late. And my computer is like, "Ugh." Microphone crackle, really? At this point, I'm worried that like if I unplug the mic, it's gonna like get rid of the, it's just gonna delete the whole stream. It's just gonna delete the whole stream. Like I try to open a new tab and the entire thing just like falls apart. I am angry. Why can my computer? Okay, I literally used to be able to like roll out of bed and start up my computer and stream would be ready within like less than 10 minutes. I feel like it takes 9,000 years to set up for stream now. I don't know if my computer got slower or if I got slower, but like it takes 9,000 years to set up for stream nowadays. It like I used to be able to open my like 3 little programs and then that would be done. That would be it. That would be it. To be fair, I also had to like log into YouTube, so I guess it was probably that too. It was probably that too. But yes, good morning. I am annoyed. I am experiencing annoyance and being annoyed. Being annoyed. Did your setup change so much? Here's the thing. It didn't. I think it's more just that I have to do more things manually, right? Like, it's just the thing where you keep adding another thing on top until you're like, why does this take so long now? Because it used to be, like, in I guess before I went to Japan, so like 2022, my general setup was OBS, VTube Studio, and then the TTS program, and then whatever game I was playing, right? And then now I don't think I run anything more. I don't think. I guess if I'm streaming with the Elgato, then I guess there's like extra things I have to think about. But and then, but no, I think the other thing now is that like I make my going live tweet. I now have to make a Blue Sky post, which is new. If it's YouTube, okay, because the bot I have set up to ping everybody in Discord when I'm streaming, it only works with Twitch. So if I'm using YouTube, then I have to like ping. I have to ping manually, so it's like another thing. But yeah, no, I just feel like the whole process of opening everything takes longer. I don't know why. I mean, It's probably just because computers get older. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But yes, good morning to Bebe, and good morning to Jake, and good morning to Robert Brown, and good morning to Tsunderethalos. I am going to yell. I'm going to yell. Yeah, I guess things are faster if I just stick with Twitch, because then I don't have to, like, log in between accounts and go through, like, the two-factor authentication, and everything takes 9,000 years. But, yeah. I choked on, like, I choked on, like, a stray piece of cereal. Okay. Yeah. I had a good past 2 days, though. Well, I mean, good is... I guess Wednesday was kind of bad, and then yesterday was pretty good, so it, like, evens out to being good. Because, like, Wednesday I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep in. And then I overslept, and then also I woke up and it was like, the sleep didn't work. You know, sometimes you wake up and you're like, why did I bother sleeping if I'm gonna feel just as sleepy? Because I felt really, really sleepy before I went to bed. And then I woke up and I was still sleepy. It didn't work. It didn't work. So I slept, and then I whacked, and then I fell back asleep, and then I whacked, and then, I don't know, I had a weird morning, afternoon. I played video games. I feel like I was, like, unemployed maxing, actually. Wednesday, I was unemployed maxing. Like, I was sitting in my bed on my laptop. Like, I took a shower, but then I didn't have any sweatpants clean, so I was just, you know, wearing underwear but no pants. So I was sitting in my bed, not wearing pants, at, like, 2 in the afternoon, and I had, like... I had a Northern Lion stream playing in the background, and then I was playing solitaire and drinking Monster Energy. Like, this was the most unemployed I think anybody... I was unemployed maxing. I think that was the most unemployed experience. So that was Wednesday. And then, it was mostly just, like, being unemployed maxing. So I don't think I even went out on Wednesday. And then yesterday I had a whole bunch of business to attend to. I had to go to the library. I went to a mall yesterday, like a different mall than usual. It was a different mall than usual, but it had pretty much all the same stores as usual. So I guess I spent longer on the bus to go to a place that I didn't really need to go to anyway. But yeah, I went to a mall and I walked around the mall and I did a bit of shopping, and I had Chipotle salad, robot egg again. Okay. Sounded fine to me. Oh, it went back in time. No, you're good. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. I put the interface out on the table instead of, like, putting it in the little cubby where I usually put it, just to see if it makes a difference. I'm scared I'm gonna, like, knock it off the table more easily, but... Okay. Sounded fine to me. Okay. I got... My audio, I got one guide in regards to audio. But yeah, so I went to the mall... and I had a Chipotle salad. Okay, I don't know. It was so weird because when I went to the mall, it was a different mall than usual, and I think all their food they just did a little bit worse. Because, like, I had a salad at Chipotle, and then I had some frozen yogurt, and somehow they managed to, like, screw up both of those things. YouTube is like, rewind 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I've noticed it's been doing that lately. Like, I feel like when I drop into a stream, it never drops me in live. It, like, drops me in, like, a solid couple minutes behind for no apparent reason. But yeah, so I was so my Chipotle salad. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Everybody, stop talking. I'm gonna get distracted. I'm all over the place. So, I went to Chipotle and I had a salad, and I think my lettuce was frozen. I think my lettuce was frozen. Like, I know how it got that way. Like, I don't think it was like their fault. Cause like, when I went to order my salad, I think, you know how they have those like little bins, like, you know how, okay, at a Chipotle counter at Chipotle, right, they have those like little bins that are like refrigerated, where they keep like their vegetables and stuff to keep them fresh. So the guy was like really scraping the bottom of the bin, right? He was like scraping the bottom of the refrigerated bin to get me the lettuce. Like, they were just like running low on lettuce, I guess. So I think what happens, because I've seen this happen sometimes with like those refrigerated things, is that like the stuff that stays at the bottom, because like sometimes when they refill them, I guess they don't like mix them around very well. So the stuff that stays at the bottom gets super cold. So I think I like bit into a piece of lettuce that was just straight up frozen. So yeah. Why'd you go to the Mexican burrito place for salad? Because they have salad. Do you know how few fast food places these days have salad? I was complaining about this like last week. Yeah. And then my frozen yogurt was like... So I think how this frozen yogurt place does their frozen yogurts is that like... They don't have like an individual machine for every flavor, right? Because that would be just too many flavors, right? So I think what they do is that they have a machine where they put in like the yogurt and then the flavoring syrup, and it like mixes them. But I don't know if it was the employee or the machine, but like it was very much not mixed. Like, I ordered a chocolate mint. I ordered a chocolate mint one, and there was some spots on the outside that were like extra green. Like, you could just see like a glop of like syrup. And then like as I was getting towards the center of my frozen yogurt, I realized that like there was some parts of it that just weren't flavored. Like, they just missed that part. So I'm like, how did you screw this up? How did you screw this up? The subways have been to block you from seeing the meat section. I think the stuff people complain about not getting enough. Oh, really? That, I've never heard of that happening, but that sounds plausible. Yeah, it's a salad. Why do you eat fast food? It takes like 30 seconds to make a salad. Yeah, but it's like the other stuff on the salad, right? You can make a taco at home. You can apply that argument to anything. You can apply that argument to anything. You can make a taco at home. You can make a burrito at home. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. Yeah. But yeah, it shouldn't freeze unless the bin touch a cooling element. I think it's more just that I had been in the bin for so long. Because again, they were scraping like the bottom, right? So that whatever piece of lettuce I got in my thing was like, it had probably been there like the entire day. But yeah. Taco needs cooked meats. They put cooked meats on the salad too. Honestly, okay, the salads are pretty much the same thing as the tacos, except that they don't put a shell. It's quite literally, it's just that. That's pretty much it. Like, you're probably even getting the same amount of like meat and vegetables and stuff too. Like, again, my Chipotle salad is it is lettuce. And it is... Yesterday I did steak. The first time I did chicken. I think I'll go back. I think I liked the chicken better. But it is lettuce, and then it is meat, and then it is beans, and then it is salsa, and sour cream, and cheese, and more lettuce. You can get it with rice as well. You can get rice in your salad, but I don't know. I don't think it needs the rice, because I feel like they also have the option for a bowl, right? And I feel like if I wanted rice, I would get a bowl, but I asked for a salad, so I would like a salad. So I do not need rice for it. Yeah. Started making sushi at home. It is very tasty. I know it's possible to make sushi at home. It's just like, I don't know. I guess maybe here it's... I don't live near a place that has a lot of fish. I think that's our problem. Getting fish here is expensive. like, not even just fresh fish, but just like any fish, I think, is complicated. But yeah, no, I had chipotle salad, but it wasn't as good because the lettuce was cold and frozen, and my frozen yogurt wasn't mixed. I don't know how I managed to go to 2 different places and they screwed it up both times. They screwed it up both times. And then I went to Sephora. I went to Sephora because, like, I have this gift card. Okay. So when I was in a job I was working in, like, 2021, 2022, I would go to I blanked out. Hold on. We're resetting. I'm going to reset the EGGY. All right. Sephora. I went to Sephora and I saw perfumes. Because the thing is, okay, so I had a gift card. A few years ago, I was working a job that had, like, this, like, a rewards thing. And it was like one of those things where, like, if you did good at work, your manager could, like, be like, Eggy did a good job at work. Let's give her some points. And then you could use those points. You could, like, cash in your points at this, like, online store thing that, you know, you could order stuff. So anyway, one of the things I got was, like, a $500 Sephora gift card. Because I had, like, when I was leaving the job, I was trying to, like, cash out all my points at once. So I had, like, 1 bajillion points because I had basically, through a series of events, I had been on a day when things were very difficult. So as a reward, anybody who was working that day got, like, 1 bajillion points. So yeah, I cashed it out for a $500 Sephora gift card. And since then, it was, like, it had been, like, 3 years, and because I used to shop at Sephora a lot more often, but I think, like, the one product I liked to buy there got discontinued. So since then, apparently, I checked yesterday, and it turns out I had, like, $100 still sitting on this gift card, and I was like, okay, I guess I should do something with it. So I don't know, I bought an eye cream, but it wasn't, like, a terribly expensive one. It was only, like, $30. And then I wanted to get a perfume, but, like, I don't know. The perfume that I used to like got discontinued, I think. Everything I like gets discontinued. And I was, like, trying to out some of the other smells, and it was, like, one of those things where it's, like, I like fruity smells, and I like, flowers. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, like, when you have those smells that are, like, vanilla. I'm not a big fan of vanilla ones. I'm not a big fan of, like, ones that are supposed to smell like, you know, trees or, like, cinnamon. Like, I am definitely, like, fruits and florals egg. But, like, the thing is that with fruits and florals it's very easy for perfumes, I feel, to get, like, because you know how you have, like, the kinds of fruit and florals that smell, like, nice and refined and stuff. But then you have the other ones that you smell it and you're like, why does this cost over $100? I could have bought this at Bath and Body Works. Like, you know, like those kinds where it's like, this is just, it's not even that it smells bad. It just smells really like candy. I don't know. So that's why I was, like, going through and I'm like, I don't know. I might go back. I still want to buy a perfume because I don't really have any makeup purchases. I want to use the gift card because I don't know if it expires. Yeah, good, the gift card still works. Yeah, that was my concern, was, like, I wasn't sure if it expired, so I kind of want to use the rest of it as soon as possible, given that, like, I don't have anything else I need this for. Like, I don't really shop at Sephora anymore, so I'm like, okay. Maybe I'll go in with friends sometime, and so I can get, like, a second opinion on whether these perfumes smell good or if they smell like Bath & Body Works. I don't know, though. Like, there was a perfume I tried yesterday, like, because you know how they have those little paper tester strips? And I, like, sprayed it onto the tester strip. And at first I smelled it and I'm like, this kind of smells like makeup remover. But then I realized, okay, I'm like, okay, maybe, like, the alcohol in whatever is, like, still evaporating. And then I smelled it after it was completely dry. And it smelled even more like nail polish remover. So I don't know what was going on with that. But yeah. Eggspire. Yeah, I was worried it was going to Eggspire. I was surprised it didn't expire, because it's been like I think I got that thing 2022? Yeah, like I was getting it like in like the month before I was leaving for Japan. I was trying to like cash out all my rewards. So I was okay. I'm actually kind of mad about this too. So I got the gift card, right? I got the Sephora gift card, and then I also got a what else did I get? I got a pair of earrings for my mom, and then I got I ordered a pair of AirPods. And then they canceled the order because I guess they were like didn't have enough at the warehouse or something. And then ordinarily, if I was still working there, they would have returned they would have just like returned the points to me. They would have refunded me my points, except that like I didn't work there anymore, so they could not refund me the points. So I just didn't get AirPods, and now I have no way of going back and getting more. I don't know. I wonder if I started working there again, would they like reactivate my account? Would I be able to try and order the AirPods again? Do they give out small tester bottles for perfume? Not usually. Cause like you can buy like a sample kit. Some brands would have those where they would basically just like have like very, very tiny bottles of like every single thing, like every single scent that they make. But again, usually unless you're going to a specific event, or sometimes actually too, they might give out like tiny, tiny tester bottles if you make like a purchase, or like they might have it as like a birthday freebie kind of thing. But no, Sephora usually doesn't do like tiny tester bottles. If you want to try out the perfume, you can just like go into the store and spray it on yourself and test it out that way. I thought Eggy was online on Twitch, but she was on here. The link was in the tweet. It was in the tweet. Yeah, my mother loves to give me discount cologne every Christmas since I was a young boy. I rarely wear cologne, so now I have like a gallon of mixed cologne. Wait, are you pouring it all into one bottle? Are you pouring it all into one bottle? It's like, what do you smell like? Fragrance. No. I have 2 perfumes. But I feel like I should get a third because the 2 perfumes are... They're both older than my Sephora gift card. I think one of them I bought in like 2021 and the other one I bought in like the end of 2019. Like these things I'm like I go very slowly. Like one of them was like an inexpensive like perfume oil, like a cherry blossom perfume oil. That was the one I got in 2019. And then my second one is from a brand called Nest, which they still have at Sephora, but I think they discontinued this specific scent. It's like a rollerball of, I think it was blue wisteria. It's kind of a sweeter one. But yeah, the brand is called Nest, which I was initially drawn to because, egg. Because egg. But yeah. Of mixed I mean like all together. Okay, like total. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, no. You need to buy a kit for a complete brand or slowly go through all the scents that interest you one by one. The thing is that like, again, usually the price of a tester kit, because the thing is that like if you're buying a tester kit of pretty much everything a brand has to offer, the price is not worth it. At least in my personal opinion, the price is not worth it because usually the price you're paying, because the amount of product you're getting is probably going to be equivalent to like one normal bottle of perfume. And you're probably also not going to like all the scents, right? You're probably not going to like all of them. So usually I feel like it's a waste of money. I feel like it's better to just go into the store, test them out, pick the one you like, and just have that one because at least you know you like it. Because like there was like one set that they had that was like 3 mini roller balls. But the thing is that there was like one scent in there that I actually liked. Then there was another one that I like, didn't feel strongly about, but I was like, yeah, I could wear this. I'd be okay with it. And then a third one that was just unbearable. So that's the thing. It's like, okay, is it really worth it if you're just gonna like straight up just never use one of these? Just straight up like, you know, just have the two that you use and the one that you just never touch because you hate it. So yeah. Because like that's the other thing too, is like I feel like the sets usually, if it's just like a selection, like if it's not like everything they have, the sets feel very like they try to go for a variety, I guess. But the thing is that like I said before, I don't care for like vanilla, and I don't care for like, you know, stuff that's supposed to smell like trees. So usually they will be like, okay, here's one like sweet fruity one, here's one like warmer floral one, and here is one tree. And then I have to get stuck with the tree. Sorry, I was sneeze, but I'm back. I miss Axe body spray. No! Yeah, I don't think I bought a body spray in like a really long time. I remember like, I think in high school, like grade 8 in high school, I think everybody was about the like Bath and Body Works ones. Those were really popular. I don't remember if I ever even had one though. Like, I don't know if did I ever buy a Bath and Body Works body spray? Cause like I had I know I had their hand sanitizers, and I had their lip balms. And yeah, I had their body lotions. I don't think I ever had their body spray. At least not like a full enough bottle to think about it. They don't satisfy the completionist urge. Here's the thing. If you're going to buy a set, like, for me at least, it's like, if I don't like a smell, I don't want to smell like it all day. Do you know how long it takes to go through a bottle of perfume? Even like a tiny rollerball one. It takes a very long time, even if you wear it every single day. So, yeah, no, I'm not willing to smell like trees to be a completionist about this. So, yeah, it's smell. But yeah, I like being fruit. I like smelling like fruit and flowers. Or both. There are a lot of ones that are both. But I am sweet smells egg. I enjoy sweet smells. But we are here to game. We are here to game. We're still here to yap, but we are here to game. Let me get the game going. Let me get the game. Game. Ooh, game loud. Okay, hold on. You're not hearing this, but I'm going, whoa, okay. There we go. Game loud. But it's okay. Game. See? Game loud. There we go. There we go. Completionist in the sense I bought Grandkid and all the scents are in it. Yeah, but I don't want all the scents. I often don't want all the scents. That's the thing. I feel like it would be like, I don't know, imagine that you bought like a set of like pencil crayons because you needed like a couple colors. But then it comes to like a bunch of colors that you never use. Like, what do you do then? You're just like, oh, well, it has all the colors. Loud? Still? Still loud? Is it loud? Okay, hold on. There we go. Is this better? I'm trying to get it exactly right. There we go. Okay, that should be better? That should be okay. Should be okay, right? I think it should be okay. It will be okay. Are we good? We are just walking. We're going, woo. Still loud? You sure? You sure? You sure? Let me. No, my microphone's normal. It cannot possibly be that loud. It cannot possibly be that loud. Oh, I know why it's loud now. Never mind. Never mind. I know why it's loud. There we go. No, I'm lying. Oh, okay. There we go. I accidentally had two sources of it running. There we go. I had two sources of it running. That's why. That's why it was so loud. For some reason, it was coming in twice. That's why it was loud. It should be better now. It should be better now, right? Right? The eggplants are being nice and good and truthful. They are not lying to me. They are not being evil and lying. There we go. There we go. I'm walking around and going, yay! I'm going, wee! Yeah, the quiet source is now quiet. Really? Is this better? How about this? Is it working now? There we go. Is it working now? We have it working. Is it audible? It is good now. Okay, we're good? We're good. We're good. I remember my first stream too, Eggy. What do you mean? Was I too quiet then too? Was I too quiet then too? Yes, audible, audible. Okay. I don't know. What should we do? I don't feel like making the Earth or making the moon. I feel like I've made the moon. I got Eternal. You know what? Actually, hold on. We're gonna make the moon. We're gonna make the moon on Eternal. So we're gonna. Eternal takes away the time limit. So essentially, you can roll as long as you want. Eternal party. As a reward for making a big Katamari, roam the Earth to your heart's content, carefree and eternal. There we go. So there's no time limit. There's no time limit. I'm just gonna roll up everything on Earth. Everything. Everything. There's no objective. Just tootle around. Let's tootle. Let's tootle, guys. We're tootling. How do you like to see me tootle? Let's do some good tootling. Some good Friday morning tootling, okay? Hi, Eggy. Good morning, Mads. We're tootling. Thank you for joining us in this tootling. This tootling. But yeah. Ah. This week has been... okay. Like I said yesterday, I went to the mall. I don't know. I'm trying to do things on my days off, so I have things to talk about once I get onto screen, like onto stream. I feel like because sometimes there's some weeks where I do so little that, like, you know, I start streaming and then I'm like, I have nothing to talk about, right? So, no, I have to work. I have to not work, but like I have to do stuff so I have things to talk about, you know? I have to go outside and see things that are peculiar. So I can be like, wow, I should tell the eggplants about this, you know? The eggplants must hear about this at once. But yeah, I went out, and also I played video games. I started, has anybody here played Chaos Head before? Because that was recommended to me. Somebody recommended that to me. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. Because, like, I haven't played Steins Gate before. But I had, like, watched the anime. So I was, like, kind of familiar with this franchise, series, anthology. The science adventure games I am somewhat familiar with. But yeah. It's, I started playing it, and it's kind of, okay, so it's a visual novel, but one of the things I had to keep in mind was that, like, so the game originally was released in 2008, right? And the story presumably it was released in early 2008, so it was probably in production for a couple years before that, right? So they probably were starting production on this thing in, like, 2006 or something, right? And I had to remember that, like, so cell phones used to be considered kind of a normie thing. This is, like, a thing I got thrown off, where I was like, because, like, nowadays I think, like, even by the time I was old enough, maybe I'm too zoomer, but by the time I was old enough to have a cell phone, it was already kind of considered to be, like, this is a bonus computer you use to ignore people that you don't want to talk to, you know? Whereas, like, I guess before cell phones had internet on them, they were just kind of considered, like, a thing you use to contact the friends and family that you have in your real personal life. And I had to, like, consciously remember that, because there's, like, a scene where, like, somebody offers, like, the main character's younger sister was like, oh, like, our parents want you to have a cell phone. He's like, what would I use it for? Like, I don't go outside. So I'm just like, yeah, I guess back in the day, it was considered kind of a normie thing to have a cell phone, right? Especially if you're using it for, like, actual, like, phone calls, right? Do people phone call things anymore? I mean, I know they do, but, like, for personal reasons. I feel like, I've used phones at work. I don't think we can go up there yet. Or we can. We shouldn't. Yeah, like, I've used phones, like, I've made actual phone calls at work, but I feel like all phone calls that happen now are just, like, for, like, business reasons. Like, I feel like I don't, if my parents want to reach me, they go by Facebook. Like, am I too big to fit between there? I don't think it's worth it. I didn't pick anything. So, we've been thinking about working out. Oh, yeah! I forgot. They, in Eternal mode, they switch up the songs. They, like, randomize the songs. And every time you, like, hit a new thing, then it switches to a different song. Yeah. Are you using phone calls as rude if you can message them? Yeah, that sounds about right. I think, yeah, definitely texting more often, but, like, texting still existed in the year 2007, you know? It's to the best of my knowledge. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It definitely existed. Because, yeah, I don't know, by the time I had phones, like, by the time I was old enough to have a phone, which, granted, I got a phone a little later than some of my friends did, but, I think my first cell phone was, like, 2012, and, like, mine was, like, an old flip phone, because, like, I had an iPod Touch, so, like, in terms of, like, doing things that a smartphone would do, I already had the iPod Touch to do that. But, like, I knew people with iPhones at the time. Like, it was, like, iPhones are still expensive, but they weren't, like, expensive enough to be considered uncommon, you know? So, I kind of just, like, I forgot that things were different before smartphones, I guess? Yeah, texting existed in 2008. Yeah, because, like, again, it's like, I was alive for flip phones. Like, I probably even used one at some point because my parents had them, but like, I was not like, I was not like old enough to actually have one of my own, I guess. No, 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 no. Why am I struggling with this hill? This should not be difficult. There we go. Yeah, texting using iMessage and Android equivalent mostly just a US thing because other cell phone providers outside North America charge too much for them, so WhatsApp and code became the standard. Oh, really? I thought WhatsApp, I don't know, I thought WhatsApp was like much more recent than it actually was. Because like, I don't know, for a while I used to just associate WhatsApp with like scams. Mostly. I don't know if that's a fair assessment. Because I feel like when I first heard about WhatsApp, like it was mostly like, you know, people using it for scams because you could like have a number without actually needing to be in a place, I guess. So mostly, again, I just associate it with like fraud and scams, you know? Yeah, what's the deal with Chaos Head? They just didn't use phones? Well, again, because like our main character is like a shut-in, right? There are other things going on in the story other than this guy not having a cell phone, but like, I don't know, that was just like a thing that stuck out to me of like, oh right, this took place in 2008, I forgot. Yeah. Providers outside the US charge for text messages? Wait, do they not do that in the US? Here in Canada, I think, it's less common now, but I think they still do. Like, if you're on a prepaid plan, they will charge per text message. So, like, that's kind of what I'm on. Because, like, I don't text people that much, right? So usually I would just, like, yeah, I would be charged per text message. But again, it wasn't that big. It's not a big deal because I don't send a lot of text messages. Yeah. Yeah, I was young, I didn't have a cell phone too. Not having a phone was still kind of normal. Yeah, like... Because, like, I don't know, I think I didn't have a phone until I was in high school, I think. So, like, most of the people my age as a kid, I think... Like, the people that did have cell phones, I think it was a lot of kids whose, like, parents would work long hours. And, like, they wouldn't be home a lot. And they wanted to be able to keep in contact with their kids. I think that was largely it. Because, like, I'm thinking back to, like, the friends I knew who had phones. Because, yeah, I didn't have a phone until much later. Well, not, like, that much later, but, like, it felt like much later. And I didn't have a smartphone until, like, 2014. Because, again, in my mind, I was just like, okay, I have an iPod Touch, which does, like, 80% of the things that a smartphone would do. But then my parents kind of got frustrated after a while with me not, like, replying to their messages. Because that was the thing, is that, like, if I only used the phone for calling and texting, I wouldn't look at it when I wasn't using it, right? So, basically it meant that, like, I kept getting stuck. Sorry. I kept getting, like... I just wouldn't reply because I wasn't looking at the phone. So my parents are like, okay, maybe if we got her, like, a smartphone, she'll be using it anyway, which means she'll actually reply to us when we text her. And so I got a... And then I got a cheap Android. So, we managed to sleep for 500 hours. God, I wish that was me. Yeah. I didn't get a smartphone until 2021? Wait, how did you figure it out before that? Oh, how did you figure things out before then? Like, even before 2021, I feel like there was a lot of stuff I couldn't do without a phone. Because, like... guess the QR code menus are kind of a post-2020 thing, but like I think about like all the things that like ask me to pull out my phone to do stuff, and I'm like, I had a flip phone and a laptop. I mean, I guess if you could still call and text. I guess maybe if you had internet access on the flip phone. Because yeah, I'm just thinking about like all the things I'm like, how did, like... Because like, I mean, maybe it's also just like the specific areas I was in. Like, I feel like it was a lot of times where like, we would be asked to take pictures of stuff with our phone. Like, specifically with the phone. So it was like, okay. Small Iggy with her first phone. Yeah, I didn't use it that much. Because here's the other problem with it too, is that the other reason I never picked it up is because like, so the ringer on it wasn't very loud. So if I turned on the ringtone, it was half the time it was not loud enough to actually like hear what I needed to hear. But the other problem with it is that not only was it not very loud, but the vibration wasn't very powerful. So like, I literally could not feel the vibration unless I physically had it like in my hand. Like, even putting it in my pocket. Like, if I had, like, a coat pocket that was... Like, unless it was, like, a jeans pocket that was, like, right against my body, if I put it in, like, a coat pocket, the vibration was not actually strong enough to be felt. So that was kind of an issue. And maybe that was the other reason. That was the other reason, I think, why I was never, like, picking up. Which is because, like, I legitimately did not realize that I had been messaged, you know? I guess I didn't interact with a lot of things that required that. Yeah. But yeah, kids are gonna look like neolitos. I'm giving them a smartphone until they're 60 or something. I don't know, I feel like that's a common enough opinion I've heard from people these days of like, okay, I'm not giving my kids a smartphone until they're older. I don't know, I'm of two minds about kids having technology. Because on one hand, it's like, okay, there are a lot of bad things that are happening to kids because of technology. But on the other hand, I'm just like, I don't know. I see people being like, parents need to be supervising their kids on the internet a lot more. And in my mind, I'm like, is that really what the kids need right now? More supervision? They've been supervised out of every other place. We supervise them out of it. Like, I don't know if more supervision is the answer here. Yeah, I didn't carry a phone with me until I was at uni, and it used to be my dad's phone. I learned how to teach him, so I had to use a lot of phones a lot. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, again, my parents, I think the other thing too is I think a lot of my friends who had phones early on, they were people whose parents were like more into new technology, or at least were more open to replacing things. Because my parents were very much like, they were kind of stingy when it came to paying for new stuff. Like, in terms of technology. So, I think because of that, like, again, I didn't really have my own computer until, like, grade 12. And that was because, like, again, they hadn't bought new computers very much until then, right? Oh my god. I love being just big enough to get stuck. Yeah, it feels like I do need some supervision. Yeah, obviously some supervision, but the thing is like, the reason why we've gotten to the place where children, I think the reason we've gotten to the place where children are the way they are on the internet is because they are so, like, over-supervised in person that, like, you know, the internet is, like, the one place that isn't, like, horribly over-supervised. Like, it's the one place where they are not being, like, specifically watched by parents at all times. So I'm like, I don't think we can, like, supervise our way out of this one. We supervised our way into it, I don't think we can supervise our way out of it. I played Teds of Snake, and once I used the phone internet, the phone bill doubled that month. I was prohibited to get close to the phone. Oh yeah, yeah, like, because using data used to be, like, really expensive, right? I think when I was a kid, once I tried to use data, because I was like, what if I could go on Webkins? This is like a very, like, child in 2010 thought. Or it was probably earlier than that. But I was like, what if I could use webkins? What if I could use webkins on my dad's phone? And then I decided against it at the last second, and my dad was like, oh, thank God you did. Yeah, smartphones are turning them crazy. Here's the thing as well. I don't think it's the smartphone themselves. Because, like, I think the issue is actually, it's like the lack of anything other than smartphones. I feel like that's the other issue. Because, like, I don't blame the children. I don't blame the children at all for being on their phones all the time, because I too go out and am like, that's it. Oh. Yeah. Like, in-person social skills are important, but all the place to practice that are done. Yeah, exactly. Like, well, even not even just, like, in social skills, but just, like, the idea that going places can be fun. Like, again, I really do understand why kids are on their phone all the time. Like, real life is increasingly lacking in things that feel worth putting your phone down for, you know? Okay, I feel like this octopus is absolutely ruining me right now. There we go. Please let me get back on land. Thank you. Yeah, it's smartphones, algo-driven content, lack of social spaces, IRL. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't think it's the phone use itself. I don't think it's the, like, lack of supervision or anything. It really is just, like, everything is designed to keep you there. But also, like, realistically, what else are you going to do, right? Okay, we're not big enough to get any of this. We're not big enough to get any of this, but we're just big enough to get stuck. Lovely. Okay, hold on. Sorry, son, you don't get to troll adults on Twitter. I feel like Discord is dangerous for adults, imagine for kids. Well, again, I think a lot of it too is that, like, I guess you have to, like, learn the necessary skills to keep yourself safe before going online, I think. Because, I don't know, I hear about, like, a lot of the dangers of, like, things that can happen online, and I'm like, there's nothing exclusive to the internet about this, right? Like, I don't know, I feel like people have a tendency to be like, because it is technology, then, like, because, like, it's not about the technology, it's about what people do with it, right? But, like, you know, you can be just as evil in person as you can be on the internet. There we go. I read the message, Robert, you said Discord is crazy, and then I immediately got a Discord notification. Here we go. Ah! Yeah. Right, Gen Z is just as likely as boomers to fall for online scams. Well, I think it's also that, like, the nature of online scams has changed. Because, like, I feel like there are certain scams that Gen Z will not fall for, just because, like, we've been raised with knowing them. But, like, there are other ones that we will. I don't know, I feel like the nature of online scams has gotten a little more complicated over time. Oh boy, I love when the thing makes you avoid the ground. Like, the crane arms are so long, I can't even touch the ground here. Hold on. Yeah. And Treyant was overall more free in the past, and there was more excitement to it. I mean, again, I think it's more just, like, it's not that the internet, I guess the internet has gotten worse, but, like, I also think it's just that, like, real life spaces, like, I feel like there's fewer alternatives, right? Like, I feel like when I was younger, like, if you were somebody who was online a lot, like, usually that was considered, like, what am I getting stuck on? Nothing? Literally nothing. Okay. Usually it was like kind of an exception to the norm, right? Like you were online because you were, you know, looking for something that was not really available in real life. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be anything deep. Sometimes it's just like, you know, I'm the only person in my school who has the same hobbies that I do. But like, you know, it was kind of an alternative to real life, whereas now I feel like it's kind of considered the real life. Which, again, has its own downsides. Yeah. Yeah, you're born on the internet. Yeah, kind of. I guess. I think it's more just like, again, it's no longer considered like a supplement to something. It's now considered the main thing, which I think is yucky. I've been using the word yucky so often lately. I'm reverting to being 5 years old. I don't know why. I just started using it the other day, and then like suddenly I can't stop. Everything I don't like is yucky now. I think about things being yucky all the time. You know what? I propose we bring back yucky. I propose we bring back yucky. Yeah, the excitement isn't there in the same way. It makes some sense. Yeah, because like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like. I feel like technology in general just doesn't feel fun anymore. Like, sometimes I feel like we ran out of places to go. To be fair, it's on brand. I don't know. I propose we all start using yucky. There are things in life that I think at this point can only be described as yucky, you know? What on earth happened to the camera there? That was weird. Okay. Bring back yapping. I was yapping. But yeah, some things are just yucky, you know? Surely you... Yeah, it being on brand, I've noticed a pattern towards self-infantilization among the younger people I interact with. I don't know. The thing is that, like, I feel weird... Like, I feel weird with when people talk about, like, self-infantilization. Because, like, if I try to not be cute and to not be a little bit childish, I feel like my personality evaporates. Like, I think that there's, like, a degree of, like, obviously you can take it too far, but I feel like there's a degree of, like, some people are just like that. Some of us are just like that. Because, like, I can still... Here's the thing. I'm not going to use the word yucky at work. Right? I'm not going to use the word yucky in a job interview. Right? Like, I know the time and place. I understand the time and place. It's not like I'm incapable of being adult-like. I just... I just kind of prefer to not be if I don't have to be, you know? I prefer... But the other thing I think with, like, kind of, when people talk about self-infantilization, the other thing I think that kind of frustrates me... Whoops. Where am I? Yeah, I think the other thing too is what people consider to be childish behavior, I feel like varies a lot. Because sometimes I see things like, if you, like, you know, wearing frilly clothes is self-infantilization, and I'm like, is it? Or did we just, you know, arbitrarily decide that frilly clothes were like a childish thing, right? Oh wait, hold on, I'm just stuck where I was before. Let me go back. Whoa, okay. Big jump, big jump. Okay. But also too, I don't know. I feel as well though, sometimes when people talk about it as well as like, you know how I was saying earlier of like we supervised our way into this situation? Sometimes I feel like this is what happens, like, cause like, if you're never treated as an adult, then I think it's hard to be an adult when you've never been treated like one, you know? And that's what I think a lot of it comes down to, is just like, you know, we were always treated like children, even when we were older. So it's like, yeah, of course we're not gonna act like adults. Like, no one has ever treated us as such. Yeah. Oh, I will get big enough to pick up the volcanoes. Am I big enough to pick up a cyclone? Oh, yes, I am. Again, we are in the infinity mode. We are in the infinity mode, which means that I can get big enough to pick up literally everything on Earth. I wonder if the king will say anything. I pick up literally everything. Maybe the first time that a kid called me an uncle. At least I'm not at that place yet. At least I am not at the place. I am not anti-Eggy for anybody yet. I am not anti-Eggy, and I likely won't be for a while. I think. Probably. Unless something very unexpected is about to happen to somebody I know, then I am not expecting to be anti-Eggy anytime soon. So at least I got that for going for me. Yeah. Uncle Eggy. What? Why would I be uncle? Why would I be uncle? Yeah. Yeah. So someone, were they over long enough, eventually they'll stop denying. Well, sometimes I think about how, like, you know, like, a lot of kids in my high school, like, we would be like 16 and we still have to, like, arrange playdates pretty much. Not necessarily, I mean, some of it was just like parents being strict, but some of it was also like distance. Like, I had a lot of friends who lived kind of off in like very far away places. So like, yeah, if we wanted to be able to see each other, we had to, like, you know, we had to arrange it, right? Especially since like Uber existed at the time, but like it wasn't something that like most of us were able to access because we were teenagers who did not have credit cards. So yeah. Yeah. Auntie Eggy. Ugh. Okay, this is gonna be annoying for a while because I think we've passed the part where it's fun. We're passing the part where it's fun. Now we're at the point where we're just like rolling around trying to pick up various things. This is like Power Wash Simulator, you know? Is it possible to do 1,000 meters, I wonder? Like in Power Wash Simulator, you know how like it will take you like an hour to do the first 90% of it, and then it will take you another hour to do like the last 10%? This is how it feels right now. Like, we're just picking up clouds at this point. I want to be a real uncle, but my brother won't help conceive one. No! I don't know. I think both me and my sister are hoping that the other person will be the one to have children. I definitely think it's more likely for her than it is for me, though. Because I think, I don't know. I feel like my parents do want grandchildren, but I think they also are slowly realizing that that is probably not going to be the case. Yeah, the stage is real big at least. Yeah, it's not like you're like going over the same corner. I think the main thing is just that like sometimes the angle of your Katamari is like, the angle is not quite right. The angle is not quite right, you know? Just not quite right. Yeah, like, it's a lot of these tiny little islands here. Again, I'm actually, like, wondering what the, like, what the actual, like, diameter is. Am I gonna get... Is it, like, exactly 1,000 if you get everything on Earth? Because, like, I also unlocked Eternal for, the house. But the thing with the house is that, like, at some point you have to give up because you will get too big to move around. Like, you can't pick anything else up because you are bigger than what that space was designed for, you know? Yeah. They still want grown children even if they realize things might not pan out. Yeah, pretty much. Like, because, like, they also had both of us, like, again, my parents are on the older side, so, like, we kind of, like, they're already, I don't think they're gonna retire yet, but, like, they're old enough to if they wanted to. Like, legally they could retire. But I think they plan to work for more time. Yeah. Trending to go towards zero media with social media is spiraling costs and everything. I mean, I think social media is not that big of... that's not as big of a problem as you think it is. I think it is definitely cost is a big thing. Well, I don't know. I think the other thing, too, is I feel like a lot of people my age have enough complaints about their parents, but like, I feel like we're self-aware to know that, like, you know, the mistakes, we're not immune to the mistakes that our parents made. So, like, yeah, I just feel like, yeah. But yeah, I don't think social media makes you want less children, though. Like, I know what we were discussing before, but I legitimately don't think that's the reason. We're doing a lot of precision rolling here. Hold on. I know I said I'd yap. I'm locking in to get this one whirlpool. Really? This is what I mean, where it's like... There we go. Sometimes you'll get, like, roll over something, but, like, your Katamari just, like, hits it at the angle where it just kind of misses. Oh, I guess there was a building I missed. Okay, sure. Ugh, I need this tiny island. No! There we go. I'm like, am I too big like, maybe I'm too big to pick up these little crumbs? Yeah, you're gonna make some mistakes whether you wanted to or not. You can try to introduce them at least. Yeah, I think it's more just like, I don't know. Because, like, I think about the people I've met in recent memory who have children. Like, I remember I worked with one lady a few years ago who, she had a child who was, I think, like, 8 or 9 years old. But, like, she very much wanted to have children. Like, it's not like it was like that was her dream or anything, but it was more just like she had a very like difficult pregnancy and like difficult process in general, I think. And I guess she was just very happy that like her child was like alive at all. Like, so I guess she wanted to do, you know, as much as she could for her daughter. And like, again, I think her daughter will be like fine overall. Because like, yeah, again, she was very much like, I feel like, but on the other hand, I'm also thinking like, you know, she was in a position where she could like work part-time, right? So she could like stay home sometimes and take care of her daughter, right? Or like her husband had a job that, you know, I guess paid enough that she could do that. So like, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, it really depends on your situation more than anything. I think we got literally everything on Earth. We got literally everything on Earth. Almost. Like, will the king cut me off? Will he cut me off and be like, okay, you've literally done everything you can? Yeah, because I think we've gotten everything except these little tiny things here. I don't even know what these are. These buildings? Like, I think I'm literally too big to pick them up. I don't know what they are. Maybe I picked them up when no, they're still there. Come on. You have to get in an angle? Yeah, I think the thing is yeah, like, I'm so big that I think stuff stops sticking. Like, the smaller things kind of stop sticking. It stops picking them up. Like, really? Hold on. The apocalypse has happened. The Katamari apocalypse has happened except for these 4 buildings. At least I think that's what they are. I'm too big. I legitimately cannot see what they are. Maybe they're boats. Maybe they're boats. I got everything. I wonder if there's like a leaderboard anywhere. Well, the thing is that this one doesn't really count because this is eternal mode, so there's no time limit. Normally there'd be a time limit, which would like kind of put a stop to that. I think there is actually, because they came out with a new Katamari game like last week, I think. But it's like stuck in Apple Arcade jail. But I think that one actually has a leaderboard. It has like online, I think. Because again, it's Apple Arcade, right? So you're already paying for that. Yeah, I guess Katamari Revolve leads to smaller. Well, the thing is that like, okay, all the smaller things. Yeah, I guess like all the smaller things, like even if they showed everything, which they aren't. Like you can see the Katamari in the middle, right? I think the thing is that like it would get like the things towards the middle would be smaller anyway because you start smaller, right? But yeah, I think the ball like absorbs some of the stuff. You're right, because I'm seeing the ball in the middle underneath all the buildings. So yeah, I imagine it probably like absorbs the stuff as you roll it. But yeah. Oops. There we go. We've collected everything though. We are as big as 270 airports. I think we've done all we can for Eternal Mode. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, we'll try another one. Maybe we can try the Eternal for some of the other Eternals. Because I don't know if I've unlocked Eternal for the town yet, but I've definitely unlocked Eternal for the house. Yeah. The ball probably deletes the smaller message as it absorbs them. It would make sense to keep rendering them. Yeah, exactly. Plus you probably get like all sorts of like weird clipping issues. Which you already do, I think. You already kind of do. Alright. Alright. Rolling. Rolling time. We're rolling. We are rolling. Ah. You are oh wait, no, hold on. The words don't kick in yet. You are smart. I'm smart. It's true. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm smart. You are smart. I'm enjoying this like army of rats that are just like blocking the door here. You are smart. We are the king of all cosmos. Sure, cool. And then we just restart the You Are Smart. That's fine. I guess these songs really are randomized, so realistically speaking, you're gonna run with the same one in twice in a row at least once. I'm glad that the game thinks I'm smart. You are smart. You are smart. I'm glad we can be smart. Intelligent. Well, I think there's something, there's stuff behind on the chair that we should probably get while we're like small enough to reach there. Because yeah, I feel like that's been like an issue with some of these levels is I would keep like, I have a tendency to like accidentally like lock myself out of places. Because I'm like, well, I could have gone there, but I would have had to be like 10 centimeters smaller, you know? You are smart. Okay, I have to go back to yapping. I have to go yapping. Quick, somebody throw a topic at me. My yap came to a pause. somebody throw a topic at me before I get completely like my yapping gets turned into "you are smart" over and over. And then I won't be smart. I won't be very smart at all. See? That's what it'll turn into. Meow. Ah! The house. The rest of the house. There we go. Oh, we're not big enough for these yet. Ah! That wasn't very "you are smart" of me. Yeah. What are your thoughts on sauerkraut? Not a fan. Not a fan. I mean, I don't have strong opinions on it. I don't eat it for very many things. I think my dad likes it a lot. He likes it usually with sausages. But or maybe that's horseradish. Is it horseradish and sauerkraut the same thing? Maybe not. Do you feel like social media plays a very small part of any, perhaps? In what, sauerkraut? The hot new trend on Instagram, sauerkraut. Oh. Oh, this is another place I definitely need to get up to before I get too big. Ah. Oh, hello, Zali. Nah. Oh, we could probably go into the kitchen. Horseradish and sauerkraut are not the same thing. Wait, which one is which? Which one is the one that you'd be more likely to put on a sausage? Oh, it's the cousin. He's too big. It's too big. We'll come back. We'll have to come back for him. Yeah, I like sauerkraut and bratwursts. So I'm assuming that would be sauerkraut would be the one you'd put on a sausage, right? Because I don't know, my mom will buy it, but like my dad is the only person in the family who eats it. Like me and my sister don't eat it. My mom's not big on it. Like it's literally just my dad. We are sleepy. We are sleepy. Yeah. Horseradish is pretty sharp and can be ground from the root directly. Sauerkraut is more kimchi adjacent, but more mild. Okay, so sauerkraut is the one that's like more pickled, right? Are they made from the same stuff, though? Yeah, horseradish is kind of like wasabi and sometimes sold as wasabi if they disagree. Yeah, I know that's what I've been told is that like here a lot of like outside of Japan a lot of the wasabi you get is like not actually wasabi, right? Like it's like It's like horseradish that is dyed green. Because like apparently like actual wasabi is like really expensive here. But then again, I guess maybe it's like another one of those things where like, because like there's lots of things that are considered extremely common in Japan, and then here they're considered like, you know, not like rare, but like things you have to go out of your way to find, you know? I guess maybe actual wasabi is another thing like that. Yeah. Horseradish, and sauerkraut is cabbage. Oh, okay. Okay. Why did I think... I don't know. This is why I shouldn't open my mouth too much on stream. I'm talking nonsense about topics I have no knowledge of. Like sauerkraut. Like sauerkraut. Oh, I can roll out the window. Nice. Yeah, it costs like 280 euro per roux, which is why wasabi paste often horseradish paste with a tiny amount of wasabi. Yeah, yeah. I imagine it's probably pretty expensive here, too. Oh, can I go up through? Oh, can I go up through here? Hold on. There's stuff up here. I think the last time I played this in Eternal, I was trying to get onto the roof of the house. I really wanted to get to the roof of the house, because I feel like it's probably possible. I just don't know how to get there, you know? Because yeah, this map has like the problem that the world doesn't have, where you eventually can only get so big. Otherwise you stop being able to pick up more stuff because it's all like hidden in tight spaces you're too small to fit it through. I feel like we might be hitting that point soon. Like we're already getting too big to actually like get into the house, right? Like we're not quite big enough to pick up the like we're getting big enough to pick up people. We're still not big enough to pick up doors, you know? Oh. Wow. Wow. My conversation topics. My yap is drying up. The yap well is running dry. I used up all my yap early on. I yapped about perfume too much. My yap, my early yap. Hold on. No, there has to be a way to get on the roof. There's no way there wouldn't be, right? Like, hold on. Yeah, there's stuff on the roof. So there's no way that they would make the roof, like, inaccessible but then still put stuff there, right? Hold on. We just have to get very technical, you know? It has to be possible. It has to be possible. It's been a bit while since I've been here for stream. Has she talked about the Switch 2 yet? I have not. There we go. That's a yap topic. I don't plan to get a Switch 2 at launch. I do plan to get one probably eventually. Like, I don't think I've ever bought a console at launch, now that I think of it. Like, at any point. Well, just because, like, I don't know. I'll wait for somebody else to be the guinea pig, right? Yeah. Maybe fall from the top down. Yeah, but there's nowhere above the roof. That's the thing. The roof seems to be, like, the highest point you can go. So, yeah, I can't like, fall down because there's not exactly a lot... There's not a lot of places that are higher up. Yeah. Easter sooner. Yeah! I'll have to figure out... I have to do something special for Easter. Because it is Egg Holiday. It is Egg Holiday. But yeah, Switch 2. Oh, hold on. We were big enough to almost get stuck there. So maybe we just need to get a little bigger. But yeah, no, Switch 2... Again, I don't plan to buy one immediately. I will eventually, because, like, you know, they're eventually going to stop making games for the Switch. But, no, I think... I don't know, the price somehow doesn't bother me. Because, like, I don't know. I think I talked about this on stream before, I think. Which you might have not been there for. But, the thing is that, like... I don't buy that many video games, like, especially, like, new full-price ones. When I was, like, watching the Direct, when they, like, announced the prices for stuff, I was just like, when was the last time I bought, like, a new full-price game that was, like, full AAA price on this, on, like, not even just on the Switch, but on anything? And the answer was, like, 2022, I think. Or maybe 2023. Like, it's been a good few years. Like, again, I think the last full price thing I bought was Raincoat, I think? On the Switch. I bought that when it released. But yeah, I think that's the last time I bought anything. Like, everything else after that has either been, like, cheaper games, or that weren't, like, full price to begin with, or there were stuff that were on sale. Like, again, I was never... Like, I don't know. Somehow the price just doesn't bother me because I feel like I don't buy enough in the first place for this to be a problem. Like, I don't think it's a good decision on their part, but like, on a personal level, I'm just like, yeah, stuff is expensive. Video games are expensive. Come on, let me get on the roof. Oh, maybe. Oh, no. Okay. I'd have to, like, almost propel myself up just a little higher. Because they wouldn't put stuff there if I can't get to it, right? Like, there's a ton of stuff on the roof. Not a ton of stuff, but, like, there's enough stuff on the roof to carry me, right? Yeah. Doesn't, like, game sales either, so it's not like you wait out the price. Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I still, to this day, have not bought Breath of the Wild. Even though people have told me I should. Just because I'm just like, it's gotta get cheaper someday, and it still hasn't. But, yeah, again, a lot of the stuff I liked also... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe if I go out and around by those benches there. Oh, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, like, a lot of what I'm most excited for is, like, entirely third-party games. That's the other thing I realized, is I don't buy a lot of first-party games in the first place. Because, like, the thing that I was the most excited about were, like, Professor Layton. Like, I am not... I've never been a capital G gamer. Okay, is there a way to go the other way around? Hold on. Okay, so I'd have to go up through here to get there. Okay. Yeah. Game vouchers? Hold on. Okay. It absolutely must be possible, though. It absolutely must be possible. Hold on, there must be another way. Maybe it is another way. You know. If I can survive getting... This is the problem with this level, like I said. Like, eventually it gets to a point where you're like, you're too big. You're too big. You're literally just too big. Oh. Oh, that was powerful. Whoops. Okay. No! I wish they... I feel like they're kind of arbitrary here with how... what things get stuck on other things and what don't. Okay, so I didn't get it, but I did pick up a mouse. Wonder if there's like, maybe there's like a way to get over this specific car. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm locking in. I will absolutely surmount this. Hold on. Oh. Is there an invisible wall here or something? Hold on. Like it hold on. Yeah, is there some kind of invisible wall? No, but then... Hold on. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait, no, I think this is probably too high for us. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I'm determined. We're going to have a day of gaming here. If I could get across that pit in Enna last week, then I can figure it out this week. I can do this. Do I need to start higher? Like, do I have to start from here? I don't know. I can't tell if there's an invisible wall there or not. Predetermined. I'm locked in. I will get on the roof. I know, because I know that they wouldn't put things in a place That's impossible to get to. Okay, it looks like I should not go inside the house. Oh god. Help! What? 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 Link is in games now. Oh, okay. Wow. Come on, I know this is possible. Oh, maybe if I just keep... Oh, oh, I almost had it, I think. I was thinking maybe if I just keep getting bigger, or if I keep like rolling more there, I can like build up enough momentum. But I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. But there has to be a way. There has to be a way. Hold on. Because again, there's stuff up there, so there must be a way to get there. Maybe if I go along the sides here? Oh, did I get too big to do this? Oh, 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 oh. I think I have an in. I have an in. Yes! 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 I mean, maybe there is an invisible wall somewhere, now that I think of it. Because, like, there's no stuff to roll up outside there, right? Like, you can even... Like, there's sunflowers here, and I think that's, like, as far as it goes. Like, even the top of this house is giving, like, Photoshop default background. Like, all of these things look a little more low-poly than usual. Like, yeah, past here, there's not really that much to pick up, is there? We did it! I gamed! I gamed! I gamed! I gamed! I gamed! I gamed! Look how much gaming I did. Can I pick up the chimney? No. Maybe I can get out here, though. Does it let me? Maybe not. Yeah, I think this might be an invisible wall. Might be an invisible wall. Man! But, like, there was something I could grab. There was some sunflowers I saw over here. So it must be possible to get over there, at least over there somehow. But that seems even more difficult, though. This maybe feel like I rolled up that wall, but, like... Yeah, this seems... I don't know, are those even able to be picked up? Can those even be picked up? She is the gamiest egg. I'm being gamer, okay? People claim I can't game, and like, sometimes they're right. But I refuse to let this be one of those times, okay? I will game. I will be gaming. Oh. Maybe not. I really do think it's an invisible wall. Okay, I should be able to climb over this. Yeah, I think it's a wall. I think there's a wall. I think we got invisible walls. I guess we can pick up these guys. Because I think we've like picked up everything we can pick up in the house, actually. Like, I don't think there's anything... Like, I don't think there's anywhere left to go. Like, we can... See, we can't even drop back into the house without, like, losing half of our stuff. Like, that's the thing with this one, is that, like, it gets to a point where you're like, you can't do anything. Because getting any bigger, like, progressing in any way means that, like, you'll get stuck again. So, I think this is where it ends. Oops. There we go. But I think we got much bigger than last time, so... And we made it onto the roof. So I did gain. I did gain. Now, the only thing is that I don't have Eternal for all of them. I think there's one Eternal that I'm missing. Let me just look up which one it is. I forget which one it is. Eternal mode. Because I know there's one Eternal mode for the house, which is the one we did. Then there was the Eternal mode for the world. Make a star 8. Okay, make a star 8. We will need to do make a star 8 until we get really good at it. Make a star 8. 7, 8, 8. Okay, let's do make a star 8 until we get really good at it and unlock Eternal. That's what we're doing. That is what's being done. All right. Ah, yes, this is the one that starts you off with rats. Starts you off with rats. We're surrounded by rats. All the time. Oh boy. Ah. What if we are already failing? What if I'm failing? What if I'm a failure? What if I'm a failure to get big? Okay, maybe I'm succeeding. I'm succeeding a little bit. I'm not a girl for failure. Girl for failure. I'm not a girl failure. I'm a girl fulfiller. I will be girl fulfilled. I will be fulfilled. I will be a girl succeeder. I'm a girl succeeder. Man, okay, hold on. You have to be girl. Bulbega. Yeah, Bulbega. All the rats. 1 billion bubbles. Bubble. Pick up all these bubbles. All these bubbles. You know what? I want to go somewhere. Not like in game, but like physically. I want to go somewhere. I'm like... It's one of those things where it's like, I'm unemployed, so I know that that is a bad idea, but it's also just like, man, I want to go places. I have the time right now. I want to go places. I want to go on trips. Not necessarily vacations, but at least like go somewhere. Go to a place. You know, maybe even stay there overnight. I'm full of the urge to go place. To go place. To travel. Anywhere in particular? I don't know, just like somewhere. I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe going back to EGGY City for a little while next month, maybe? Maybe. Because, like, it would be inexpensive, right? Because basically, especially if I time it right, I can, like, basically... Because, like, if I time it at a time when one of my parents is visiting current EGGY City, then I can get, like, a ride back with them, right? So I don't have to pay for my way there. Basically, all I'd have to pay for is, like, my train back. Like... Because, like, if I stay there, then, like, you know, I'm staying at my parents' house, so, like... Even, like, I wouldn't even have to pay for food unless I decide to go out somewhere, right? Because I'd be staying at my parents' house, I'd be eating my parents' food. Like, it would be a very cheap trip. Because, yeah, literally the only expense would be getting back, right? And it's like, I don't know... United States expensive. But I want to see friend. Maybe this year will be the year of another Japan trip. Because I know the plane ticket prices have really cooled down. Like, I remember last year I looked and, like, the average price seemed to be, like, 2,000 for round trip. But, like, they've definitely cooled down. They've cooled down a lot. Like, I think I saw one the other day for, like, as low as, like, 1,300 round trip. They've really cooled down. I guess everybody kind of got all the Japan out of their system. Because I know there was like a spike in tourism, like, in the past few years, but like, I feel like everyone's gotten it out of their system, so now it's getting more affordable again. Although it seems the yen has gotten stronger, but like, I think the Canadian dollar is still stronger, so it's still technically would be cheaper. Alright. Oops. Oh yeah, this is another one where you have to like get like the small... You gotta get like the small stuff out of the way first, because otherwise you're gonna get too big and you're not gonna be able to go back for it. This is another one I remember is like that. If I make one last trip up to Canada, I'm thinking on it. Last time I visited Quebec City and that was cool. Maybe I could visit Montreal. Again, that would be more expensive because like it's further away and I would probably have to, you know, get a hotel and stuff and figure out arrangements and places to stay. But like, I could do it. It's not like I don't have the time, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'll do Otakuthon this summer if I'm available. Because I haven't been to it since like 2019? So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing that. Maybe I'll do that. That could be doable. I could maybe do that. It's allowed. Hi, Eggy. Hi, Ezra Blast. Hello. Hello. Yeah. No, I want to... Again, I'm just like... Maybe it's just because I'm doing the same things over and over too much. I'm like, I need to do something different, but like... My brain... My eggy brain will start to wilt. I have to do different things. And that's the problem is when you do different things. Sometimes you do a new thing and you're like, oh cool, I've done something different. But the thing is, if you do your different things too much, then they become the same things, right? For a while I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start going to the library. That's something new and different. And then now I'm like going to the library like multiple times a week and I'm like, oops. Oops. Now I'm just doing more of the same. It's now more of the same. Well, I guess always doing something new, I guess might be... I might be Sisyphusing here. I might be Sisyphusing a little. Yeah. Pushing, paying a train ticket and to and from home would be cool paying for a hotel in Montreal. No, I mean, I don't think it'd be that expensive. Because again, it's still cheaper than going some other places. But yeah, I haven't been to Montreal in a while. I think the last time I went was like 2019, and I remember at the time being like, I should go more often, and then I was suddenly everybody was unable to go to Montreal. Get a new hobby, like painting or something? I mean, yeah, I guess I started a new game. But like, no. Part of me wants to like, because again, a lot of stuff, like I haven't done a lot of like crafting stuff in a while, just because like I don't have a place to do it. Even on stream, like I want to do hand cam streams. I miss doing hand cam streams, but like I can't. I don't have anywhere to put my hands or the camera, for that matter. But I miss doing them. That's the thing. I miss doing them. How do you get there again? Oh, this way. This way. One must imagine Eggy happy. It's like, I don't know, I've been reading manga. I've been going to the library. But yeah, sometimes it really is though, just like, okay, I'm gonna go to a different grocery store than usual. Like, I guess that's something new, right? Oshikombini, that was something new. That was something new. Yeah. It's been over a decade since I've been to Montreal. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you don't, like... Because again, my mom's side of the family is from Quebec, right? So we had reasons to go back to Quebec. And sometimes they'd have to go to Montreal for work anyway, so like... we'd kind of end up just going with them, me and my sister. So like... I guess if you are not in any of those circumstances, then you don't have like a lot of reasons to go to Montreal in, like, you might have not had reasons in the first place to go. Because like, I don't know, I guess because I used to go to Quebec a lot as a kid, I just kind of assumed everybody had gone, but I've met like a surprising amount of people who don't live in Quebec, who have just like never been to Quebec. I'm like, wow, really? Like, not even once? Not even Montreal? Just nothing? Like, not at all? Ugh! There we go. Here we go. We're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere now. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I can cook different meals? I don't know. I found out recently that you can make chicken salad with Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise, and it adds like a ton more protein and a lot less calories. I mean, I guess that's doing something new, but then I've been making that every day now. So it's not new anymore. It's not new anymore. It's just normal now. I guess I could try making kimchi again, but like... I don't know. I guess I still have the ingredients around. Like, I don't... Because, like, the only thing is I'd have to buy new cabbage, but that's it. That's the only ingredient that I don't currently have. Yeah. It's hard to explore. Even something like a new grocery store. Yeah. The only thing with the grocery stores is, like, sometimes I feel limited, especially as it gets warmer. I feel a little limited as to what I can buy if I go to a different grocery store that's further away. Because, like, stuff can only stay fresh for so long. So, like, basically I have to go and buy... I'd have to... Unless I go to the one that's closest to me, I have to go and buy, basically, like, nothing refrigerated. Like, nothing refrigerated, nothing that can go bad. Like... That's my main issue here, I think. I don't know, yesterday I bought... Oh, that's another thing I got yesterday. I got those, like, you know those hair curlers, but the ones that aren't, like, cylinders, they're, like, long sticks that bend. So I tried to use those last night to curl my hair a bit. The problem is that, like... I think my problem is that my hair does not dry. My hair is, like, allergic to becoming dry. Like, if I go to bed with my hair wet, sometimes, even if I don't put in curlers or anything, or, like, I will wake up and it will still be damp. So, like, I'm wondering, I'm like... Because, like, even last night, to test out the curlers, I like, actually put them... I put them in my hair, and I sprayed my hair with, like, I just sprayed my hair a little bit with water. Like, it wasn't a lot of water. Oh god, I'm stuck. But it was still, like... Apparently that was, like, enough water to make my hair just not dry. Like, I woke up and my hair was still damp in the curlers, and I'm like, how? This was just, like, a little spritz of water. This wasn't like I soaked my hair or anything. We only got... I know I've succeeded at this before. Why am I failing so bad? We have 4 minutes left. I'm not gonna get eternal at this rate. I'm not gonna get eternal at this rate. I'm trying for eternal and it's not gonna happen at this rate. I can't even get... Can't even get to, like, the minimum size that we need, you know? Keep getting stuck on things. Okay, at least we're getting big enough to pick up some trees, so that's nice. I don't think we're getting big enough for that giant daikon, though. I don't think that's happening. Ah, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I guess I just needed to be a little more patient. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ugh. Ugh. You could also try joining social clubs or something similar. I mean, I did go zhonging. I did find a zhong group that meets up, like, once a month or so. Probably more often than I think. Okay, time to pick up everything. I'm gonna try. But yeah, I did go zhonging in person. Oh no, we got really slow. But we might be big enough to pick up buildings, though. Okay, we're big enough to pick up buildings, so we're free. We're good. Are we big enough for the, we're not big enough for the giant daikon yet. And those windmills are gonna be causing issues. Okay. We can try the other direction. It's fine. It's probably fine. Because, like, I was looking at my record. I think my record is still only, what, like 19 meters? And we're only at, like... Yeah, I don't think we're getting eternal at this rate. Oh, maybe we will. Okay, maybe we will. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong about everything. Maybe I was wrong about everything. Maybe I can get that big. Oh, I want those trees. I have 30 seconds is plenty of time to grab those trees. That's plenty of time. Maybe even that cabin, too. Maybe not that. Turn around. Okay. I don't think we have time to pick up anything else, do we? Come on, this better get us into Eternal. This better get us into Eternal. Physical Zhong? Nice, yeah. Physical Zhong. With real tiles that you can chombo for real. Okay. Really? Okay. Well... I mean, it was still bigger. I still did better than the last time I did this level. But it's still not enough. It's still not enough. You'll see when it's eternal. Yeah, yeah. I know it tells you. But just because he didn't seem terribly impressed with the size of it. That's why I'm like, oh, probably not eternal. Probably not eternal. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let me drink some water. Let me drink some water. Let me drink some water. I'm gonna drink some water. Ah, blah, blah, wet, 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 wet. Wet, 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 wet. Wet, 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 wet. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, wah, wah. Time for eggy noises. Gua. 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 Oh, actually, important news, guys. Important news. Sanrio character ranking voting is not actually open. It's opening soon. Oh, wait, no, it is open. It's just that the site is, like, overpowered. Whoops. Yeah, the Sanrio character... You know how they... Okay, are you guys aware of the Sanrio character rankings? Are you guys aware of the Sanrio character rankings? Basically, it's like... It's a big poll that they run every year of, like, all the Sanrio characters. And you can vote for your favorite. Which means that you are all voting for Gudetama, right? Surely all of you will be voting for Gudetama. Surely. You will make Gudetama very popular, right? Surely. You will make Gudetama extremely popular. Surely you will all vote Gudetama, so he will be #1, right? Surely. I don't don't know. Sometimes I'm a little perplexed by the results of them, though. It is fun, though, because they added something in recent years when you look at the results where you can filter by country. So you can be like, okay, can I see results for, like, just North America? Or, like, just Japan? Or, like, the results of everything worldwide, right? So I find that useful, but it's also just, like, sometimes I'm, like, perplexed. Because you know how sometimes there's, like, characters that are, like, designed in Japan, but they're more popular outside of Japan? But sometimes there's just, like, ones that are just, like, oh yeah, here's one that's just, like, randomly popular in Thailand for some reason. They're not even cracking the top 10 anywhere else, but they're, like, I think there was, I can't remember the one. There was one that was, like, 8th place, I think, in Thailand, and did not even, like, rank anywhere else. It was like, oh, okay, I guess people in Thailand just really like that one. Sure. You are right, but you have to vote Gudetama. I don't know, it's so weird too, because I'm like, sometimes I'll see one too, where like the North American one, I'll look at the North American one, and I'm like, is Pochiko really that popular? Like, I feel like I see more of like Melody and Kuromi, but somehow Pochiko was like pulling ahead of them. It's strange, it's very strange. Realize I went to sleep at the same time as Eggy. Late? Later than you should have? Is that the time you went to sleep? Oh yeah, we're big enough for bottles. Let's go. This is a dog-loving content. No, in this house we vote for the egg. We are loyal egg voters. Loyal egg voters. We vote for the egg. Why would we vote for anything else? How dare. I'm disowning any eggplants who vote against the egg. But yeah, I don't know if the character pool actually does something, but I imagine it's technically just like market research, right? It is sort of just market research. I imagine Sanrio probably takes the results into account when they're like making merch and deciding what to do with each character, right? Although to be fair, I guess it's like market research, but it's like for a very specific demographic, right? It's the demographic of people who are really into Sanrio. Because like sometimes I think about how like in Japan, if you know, sometimes they'll have merch with like multiple Sanrio characters on it. Like it'll be like Hello Kitty and My Melody and like Pom Pom Purin and Cinema Roll. Like, you know, they'll put them all together on a piece of merchandise. And in Japanese, they will say that like piece of merchandise will say Sanrio characters on it, right? But in English, it will say Hello Kitty and Friends. Like the tag will say Hello Kitty and Friends. So I don't know if it's just like Hello Kitty just has so much brand recognition here that nobody else can ever hope to like amount to this. But yeah, it doesn't imply some like guaranteed sales. Well, I think also too probably just like to figure out worldwide as well. Like I said, there will be some characters that will be like way more popular in some places compared to others. So I imagine it's probably useful for like figuring out like not necessarily what's popular, but like what's popular and where is it popular, right? Yes. Please vote for the good egg. You have to vote for the egg. Although, I don't know. I think the egg is definitely more popular outside of Japan than in Japan, though. That was something I definitely noticed. Was it? Oh, where are we rolling? Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's not waste time getting caught in the truck. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. But yeah, you gotta vote egg. Am I more tired than I thought? Maybe I'm more eepy than I thought. My sleep schedule broke again this week. I broke my sleep schedule again. After a week of, you know, sustainably going to bed at like an appropriate time, for several nights in a row I am going to bed at 3 a.m. again. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. And now I'm eepy. And now I'm sleepy. Now I have to yap, but I'm sleepy and my brain's like honk shoe. My brain is going honk shoe. Like, I am like... I'm too sleepy. And I'm not whack enough. Maybe I should have given myself another afternoon of unemployed maxing. Should have given myself another afternoon of, like, sitting on the bed playing video games and drinking Monster Energy. With no pants on. Maybe that's what I needed. I didn't unemployed max enough. I was not maximum employed. I was only a regular amount of unemployed. I did not succeed. There we go. I mean, time-wise, I think we're doing better than last time. Hold on. Time-wise, I think we're doing better. Yeah, we're now big enough to pick up people, so... We're not quite big enough that the police officers instantly start shooting at us. So, unemployed maxing sounds awful like rotten depression maxing. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's okay to do it for, like, a small amount of time, right? Because, like, I don't know. I only did it for, like, an afternoon, you know? And then I got up and, you know, prepared dinner. Like... With these kinds of things, I don't think it's about... It's not about whether you do them or not. It's about how long you do them for, I think. You know? Like... Sleeping is important. But if you're sleeping, like, 12 hours every day, then that might be a bigger problem, you know? Come on, I'm so close to being 1.5. Please. Please! There we go. There we go. Hmm. 48 hours in bed, normal. 72 plus hours in bed, depressed. Yeah. It's like... Plus, like, okay, I also think it's different if I'm actually doing something. Because, like, I think 48 hours spent playing video games is different than 48 hours spent scrolling through Twitter. Like, the second one is much worse than the first one. And that's when I consider it a problem. The first one is, like, if I'm, like, sitting there for a long time playing a video game, and that's, like, that's me enjoying myself and having a fun time, you know? Like, that's what makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. I'm not sure. Are we doing that much better for time than last time? Maybe a little. Maybe a little. That depends on the game now. What? What do you think is worse? I don't know. I feel like this is like we're doing like power ranking here. Like, I don't know. Which is worse? Like 10 hours of Zhong or 10 hours of Katamari? What is worse for you? What about 10 hours of visual novel? Where do those rank in there? Where does that rank in there? Well, I found a friend who spent the last 48 hours playing League of Legends. Okay, well, League is different. Okay, League, I think in this ranking here, League is one of the worst ones. Towards the bottom, definitely. But like, I don't play League. And I don't think there's any kind of like horrible life circumstance that would convince me to. So I think I'm safe in that regard. Will 10 hours of VN be okay on your voice? Not streaming, not for streaming, but just for playing. Like, I guess maybe my wrist might tire out from like pressing the same button over and over, but like I feel like that's the worst thing that would happen to me, you know? If anything, I feel like visual novels are actually, like, a bit more fun when I can binge them. Because, like, yeah, just because you can stop and start anywhere doesn't mean that you should, right? Man, that carriage is just, like, indestructible. Okay. Some VNs can auto-advance. Yeah, but, okay. As somebody who reads pretty quickly, I have a tendency to just not use auto. I don't use the auto because I get frustrated with the speed. Like, unless there's voice acting, in which case sometimes maybe I'll set it to auto because it's like, okay, well, the voice actors are speaking at this, you know, at the speed that this text is coming up. But like, I feel like I get very annoyed very quickly with I get pretty annoyed pretty quickly with sometimes with like slow, or where the text takes like 9,000 years to show up on the screen. I lose patience with that pretty quickly. But I think that's like a personal failing, I think. Like, no, this needs to auto-advance, but it needs to auto-advance at the exact speed that I read, which the developers should have just known. They should have just known how fast I specifically read. Me specifically. Ugh. Okay. Like I said, I don't think we're making much better time than last time. Never found an auto advanced speed I like. It's either just a little too fast or a little too slow. Yeah. Again, some of it really depends if there's voice acting or not, but yeah. There is no happy speed. I wish you could like customize the auto advanced speed. I feel like that's something I wish that visual novels could do, but I don't think they can. At least not most of them. It would be a nice feature to have, though. Because, like, usually you can already, like, customize usually how fast you want the text to show up, right? In most games. Even ones that aren't visual novels. Like, I feel like I've seen, like, RPGs and stuff that let you do that. Alright, okay, I think we've hit this point. Oh, but we only have oh, we did, never mind, we did worse than last time. We did worse than last time. Maybe I need a snack break. Maybe I need a snack break. We're not gonna be unlocking we're not gonna be unlocking anything at this rate, to be honest. Like, we're gonna be continuing to, like, barely make it. Oh god, yeah, we're not making anything. I'm cooking nothing. I'm cooking nothing. Crunch time. If by crunch you mean me getting crunched by all these buildings I'm getting stuck in between. Okay, and we have like 1 minute left, so we're not gonna make it. This was worse time than last time. This is worse time than last time. I did not make time. We have like a minute. We have less than a minute. How could this hot air balloon do this to us? Yeah, that was worse than last time. Yeah. Ugh. They need a slider or a floating point number instead of this, like, slow, normal, fast, faster setting they use. I don't know, I feel like I'm good with slow, normal, fast, because I feel like if you get too technical with it, especially when people are just starting up the game, you're gonna be like, please set the text speed, and it's like 7, and they're like, I don't know what that means. Okay, I think I need a snack. Because my brain is melting. I don't know, have you noticed my brain melting? Have you noticed my brain cooking? Have you noticed my brain just completely falling apart in the last, like, 15 minutes? Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I'm eepy. Oh. I am so sleepy. I am suddenly very sleepy. I am suddenly taken with the urge to take a nap and go honkshu. Like so. Like so. Like so. Slip. But I have to be, no, I cannot be awake. Soft-boiled eggy brain. Honestly, how long have I been going? It's only been like 2.5 hours. This is because I'm like tempted to call it off now. And literally just go sleep. But it's only been like 2.5 hours. I'm like, I at least want to say I made it to 3. I made it to 3. You know, I don't know. To be fair, I feel like my standards have changed over time. Like, I feel like I used to be like, oh, 2 hours, that's a really long stream. She streamed for a really long time. Now I'm just like, 2 hours. I can do better than that. That's wimpy. Have you tried the steamed egg dish again? I have not. Oh, I did buy stuff to make marinated eggs. But obviously, like, if I make those today, like, they're not gonna be ready until, like, tomorrow. I don't know. I think I need to, like, time my stuff better. Because I feel like I've definitely, like, lost food. Like it's gone bad. Because, like, I would make something on a Friday. And then I would go out for lunch on Saturday. And then, like, I wouldn't be around for dinner on Sunday. So, like, essentially, like, the entire weekend passes, and I get to Monday, and I'm like, excuse me, I just made this. How has this already gone bad? And it's like, no, it's because... Yeah, so I'm like, I need to time things better. I need to learn to time things better. Especially for stuff with, like, salads and produce. It's like, oh, I need to learn how to time my produce better. This keeps happening. So meal planning? I mean, yeah, but it's more just like, sometimes you don't know when you're going to be out, right? You can't plan for everything. Yeah, usually dish only lasts like 3 days extra. Yeah, exactly. Especially too, like I said, especially with produce, where it's like, the things will start to wilt even faster than other things. But yeah, I guess if I do marinated eggs, right? If I do like marinated boiled eggs, those will stay good in the fridge for, you know, long enough that I can have, like, at least a few, right? Meals planning and not meal planning. Well, it's just like, I mean, I guess it's just like, again, once I have a job and an actual routine, like a weekly routine where I know when things are happening, it might be a little easier, but at the moment it's like, okay, I could go out this day, but I might not. Or I have, like, I know when I have stream, but aside from that, it's like everything else is just like, you know, it'll happen when it happens. Yeah, there are strategies of vegetables, bread, and other things. Oh yeah, definitely. I used to make, like, spinach smoothies, so I would get through my leaves. But, yeah, I don't know. Recently, I have been chicken salad sandwiches. Which is probably why I'm going through so much bread, but yeah. I could bake cookies at 3 a.m. I make the rules. Well, I mean, I don't want to wake up my grandma, but like, you know, like, it is a little harder to keep it in order when every day is a little different, you know? But, yeah. Yeah, I am sleepy. Do you guys hear me? Do you guys hear me struggling to put sentences together? Are you hearing this? Is it coming off as eepy as it feels? Because I feel. Yeah, am I coming off as eepy as I think? I might be. Like, I don't know, sometimes I wonder, like, do you guys ever turn on a stream and you're like, wow, Eggy is eepy today. She is eepy. She should go eep. Do you guys ever hear that? Do you guys ever, like... Yeah, a little eepy, but the full eepiness might be hard to grasp without body language. I guess, yeah. Because, like, I feel like I've definitely watched streams where, like, I've turned on the stream and I'm like, wow, this streamer is sleepy. Sleepy streamer. But yeah, not a whack enough. I'm definitely not a whack enough, I don't think. I am not a whack enough. It's more a cozy eggy stream. How nice. Nice and good. Nice and good. Nice and good. But yeah, I am... But yeah, I am not a whack. I'm not a whack. I'm not a whack. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. She's eepy? Yeah, I'm eepy. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? I'm eepy. You know, maybe I will end the stream. Maybe I will end the stream, because I think I really might be that eepy. I might be that eepy. But yeah, time to sleep, time to sleep. Maybe time to take a nap. Or at the very least eat lunch. Maybe at the very least eat lunch so I can like... Because I feel like I have snacks here, but I feel like this is not going to be enough to like regain any substantial energy. Yes, I feel super cozy, I'll give you that. Yeah, but is it cozy because of me or is it cozy because Katamari is by default very cozy? You know? Send chat off to Bodega or something. Yeah, I can't raid people. I can't raid people on YouTube because that's not how that works. Where is Twitch? Bubba is on, right? Bubba is on. I don't want to do like a formal raid though. I feel weird about it. Yeah, Bubba is on. Bubba is doing... I think Bubba is doing Hanako's Flower Shop. Has she started playing it or I think she's... It still says just chatting, so I think... She is yapping. She is yapping. You can... I mean, I could... I can link Bodega. I can link Bodega. And you can go there if you want. Like, this is the Bodega Rat. This is Bodega Rat. You can click the link. You can click the link if you want. But yes. Take care either way. Thank you. I will be back. Fear not. I will be back on Sunday. And I might finish Majora's Mask this week. I will either finish Majora's Mask or get extremely close to finishing Majora's Mask. So, yes. And then Monday will be Zhong, as usual. As usual. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Okay. Thanks for the stream. Have a good sleep. Thank you. Thank you. But yes, thank you for watching me roll. Thank you for having a nice and good time while I rolled. And have a rest of your good day. Have day. Sleeping. A whack. Being day. Have a day. Having a good time. Yeah. Slap time. Slap time. Look at my cool end card. Thank you. Bye-bye.